Good morning and a very warm welcome to Frugalful. My name's Lara. This is a frugal living and budgeting channel. Happy Frugal Friday from Bella and I. She's sitting right beside me here, being vocal. And hope you've had a terrific week. And here we are round at Frugal Friday again. Now this is the third Frugal Friday video. And this is the video where I'm gonna let you know my thoughts on this part of the channel. This is not the easiest conversation. It's really not. Especially when Bella's being a cheeky monkey. 2 seconds. Bella? Yes? Are you finished now? Thank you. She's being a wee cheeky girl. So yeah, this is a topic that is a difficult one, and it can be difficult for so many people. And hopefully if I share my journey around this, it can be of help to other people as well. And I thank you in advance because I know it will help me to be able to share that and have that. Let me just sort this little madam out. Right, you. Here she is. Yes. You're so lovely. Okay, off you go. I've got a toy in here for you. Oh no, I don't have a toy. Oh, I do. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Off you go. There she goes. In a pinch, I'll throw a toy from that drawer. So, okay. So sorry. Right, 2 minutes in. Okay, let's start again. So, for Frugal Fridays, I have something in mind. And I personally think that it's going to help from a frugal point of view as well as a health and well-being point of view. I'm going to start a journey that is going to actually be one of the best things I could do for my budget. So where I blow my budget and I'm not as frugal unless I really keep a check on it is around the cost of food. Cost of living and everything has gone up, so cost of food shopping, so that's made that even more difficult to stick to a budget with that. But that is the category where I can, if I'm really intentional, I can really make big improvements for budgeting. And the biggest thing I can do is get my eating on track once and for all and lose weight. Now, I've always had an up and down relationship with food. It's definitely an emotional thing for me, overeating. Portion control is always a struggle. Binge eating sometimes. I think up to a point that can be something that can happen to a lot of people with the temptations. We're surrounded by treats all the time, and there's the social aspect of that, the emotional reward centers, dopamine activation and all of that. So there's a lot going on there. But I've reached a point in my life now where I'm like, no, I need to do something. I have to do something. So I'm 41 and a half, or a bit more, slightly more. Since turning 40, I have noticed it's far more difficult to lose weight. So as my body gets older, there's also the kind of hormones aspect as a woman. That makes it hard as well. Stress, and I have had more stress in my life in the last year or so. That has a knock-on effect because then that spikes cortisol in the body, which makes it harder to lose weight, and it also makes the weight go to the bit that is hardest to lose from, around the belly. I was always a pear shape with a flat stomach. Now I'm like a kind of apple, not an apple, I'm like a fruit salad that's gone a bit wrong. So there's bits of apple, there's bits of pear. So it's like, ugh. And what number is on the scales bothers me the most. It's the heaviest I've ever been in my life. And the BMI, that number bothers me enormously. So I've been in what's classed as the obese category for the BMI for quite a while, which is a bit alarming, but I'm now 34 point, it's not on there, I think it said 34.9 on the BMI. That is not good. Whichever way you look at it, that is not good. Because the BMI thing, I don't know if I completely, it's not that I don't agree with it, but I feel like it doesn't necessarily account for things like muscle mass, bone structure. So for me, a normal healthy, if I was in the what they class as the healthy range for the BMI, even at my very lightest as an adult, which is really slim for me, I am still right at the very highest of the healthy range and the kind of very lowest of the overweight range. So at a really good adult weight for me, I'd say my BMI would probably be about 25, between 25 and 25.5, and that's realistic for me. It's not realistic to go lighter than that. I'm big boned, I'm 5'7", and I do have strong legs. You know, I do a lot of walking, so I do have muscle in my body, and I don't intend to lose that, because it's all the more important with age is to maintain some muscle mass for metabolism and for mobility and whatnot. So it's not really about the number on the scales for me, or the BMI. It's not that especially. But when I've been weighed by the hospital in the past, and I was around 12 stone, they said, for me, they were happy with that as a weight. What I will say is when I'm at about 11 stone 9, 11 stone, say 11 stone 9.5, for me that is a very good weight. That's a healthy body weight for me. I'm currently at 15 stone 9.5. That is terrible for me. I've never been that weight in my life. I've put on a stone since the beginning of November. It's time to do something about this, guys. I have to. My knee gets sore sometimes walking, because I do about 15,000 steps a day during the week, and at the weekend sometimes more if I'm going on a long walk. So I'm very mindful that I want to lose 4 stone, especially the first 2 stone, to get down to a less concerning, but I would still be in the obese with that. I think I'm about 2.5 stone till I would get to the overweight category for BMI. I think that's right. Anyway, whatever it is, it's time for action. It's time for action. And it's the most frugal thing I can do, is getting on track with portion sizes, not buying and consuming snacks, not emotional binge eating, and eating in a sensible way, in moderation. 2 meals a day for me is good, because I like to, when I'm in my stride and I'm listening to my body and doing well with food, fasting is good for me. It works well for me and my body. 16/8 fasting, which means that it would be late morning probably for the first meal, and then a sort of mid-afternoon, very early evening kind of dinner. And that works well for my body. So that's what I'm going to aim to get back into, that rhythm with that. I'll go into it in future videos, but I've been doing a bit of learning around metabolism, a bit of learning around glucose spikes in the body and the damage that they can do, and how to mitigate that by making different food choices, and how fasting connects to these things. And so I'm going to try and switch up certain ways I eat, still including a lot of the same things but different proportions. Certainly less carbs, but still having carbs, but having different combinations of foods together is important. And obviously having a lot more vegetables and making sure having a steady stream of protein during the day. So it's going to be great to share that learning as I go. Accountability is important. Lifestyle changes that are sustainable are important. It's not going to go perfectly all the time, and that's okay, but just getting into this kind of mindset and pattern and habits of eating that will stick in the long term. Slow and steady weight loss. They say 1 pound to 1.5 pounds a week is a sensible thing to aim for. So nothing drastic going on here. It's stuff that's long overdue, and I look forward so much to when my body begins to thank me for it. And it'll be great to be able to share that, and also the frugal impacts of that, because as I track what I'm eating, as I update you on my weight loss progress, I can also update you on food spending alongside, because it's going to be an opportunity still to use what's in the cupboards, the freezer, the fridge. But then as I replace things I use, I'll be probably buying different types of things and slowly integrating different kinds of ingredients as I learn what my body needs moving forward to find balance and to find better nourishment and nutrition, while still enjoying food but having a better relationship with it. So that's my thoughts for Frugal Fridays. It's going to be like a sort of checking in weekly with weight loss, with healthy eating, how it's been going. And I'm thinking of probably keeping a food diary. So if you like, I could share with you my food diary for the week, give you an update on how the weight loss is for the week, and any kind of thoughts, reflections about that, and welcoming feedback from you. It's very inspiring learning about other people's weight loss journeys too. So I look forward as a community to chatting about these things. And there are lots of inspirational things on YouTube all around this as well, both in terms of different people out there who help educate on things like fasting, glucose and whatnot, which I can delve into in future videos as I learn, then share my learning with you. But also other YouTubers who are on weight loss journeys. So for example, Frugal Stew in the summer embarked on a weight loss journey that's ongoing, and I just wanted to congratulate him for how he's doing. Really, really amazing progress, and it's very inspirational hearing about how it can be done and seeing that determination. So thank you, that's very motivating, and it's great when we know that there are other people doing the same things and can inspire one another and all help each other along the way. Now, As I say, my start weight is 15 stone 9.5 pounds, which I'm not happy about. But also I want to show you my before in terms of how I look at the moment. Hopefully my body will undergo a transformation over time. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. So I'm going to show you that. 2 wee seconds. Oh, it feels absolutely horrible to be doing this. Look at that belly. So that's my before. So I have this belly, which is the thing I look forward to losing first. Well, we can't spot reduce, but I hope. Not too bad here. Obviously I want this to stay. But when I do lose weight, it should, I think quite a bit will come off here, which will be good. But the thing is, as I say, now that I'm over 40, it's getting harder and harder to lose from there, and there should be some that comes off here as well, in the thighs. I'll put the measurements here. Looking forward to when they reduce. And just wanted to thank you for watching, and look forward to sharing this frugal weight loss journey with you. Best wishes. Bye.